I'm gonna walk you through the top 5 beginner mistakes with smash burgers on the Blackstone griddle. Let's get to the cook. Let's start with meat. 80-20 is the meat you want. Not 90-10, not 93-7. Don't listen to your wife, your grandma, your mom, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. 80-20. Listen to Big Puffin Eats. It's the juiciest, fattiest cut, and it will cook perfection. I've tried them all. Again, I was a beginning griddler just like you. So don't get it twisted. 80-20. This is the easy one to do, and most of us get us wrong. 80-20. I think I've said 80-20 enough. You get it. 80-20. Another reason why you might be struggling with your smash burgers at home is your heat. So on your griddle, you want to jack it up to about 500 degrees. Now I have a toast test video on the channel. You can check that out up here in the little box that YouTube puts there if you want to see how your zones are and understand your heat on your griddle. But 500 degrees is where you want to be, not 375. Some people do 400. It's not enough heat. You want that crisp layer that you're seeing here as I'm cooking it right now. It's like that nice crispy layer on that meat, and that's 500 degrees. It does that. If you go lower, it's not going to do that, and it's going to be a pain, and it won't turn out the way you want it to turn out. It won't be a smash burger. It'll be a pub burger. So heat. You can buy a Blackstone or any kind of infrared thermometer that you can go ahead and put on your griddle and tell you that. Check out the links in the description below because I have them for my thermometer, and everything I cook here is linked there. Anything you buy there kicks back to the channel so I can keep making videos, as these videos are not sponsored, but an infrared thermometer helps a ton. 500 degrees is what you want to do. Okay, we got to measure out our patties. I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. It's not. We want to do 2.5 ounces of meat. So we have our scale right here, 2.5 ounces, put it on ounces. And we want to make sure we don't go, you can go a little bit bigger, maybe up to 3. I highly recommend 2.5 to 3. Anything over that, that's a pub burger. That is not a smash burger. And all of you new griddlers out there who got your Blackstone griddles and you're making it and it's not looking like it, you're making pub burgers. You're not making smash burgers. So 2.5. So put this bad boy on, get some 80-20 like you heard the first time, and you're gonna go ahead and just put it on and you're gonna measure it out. And that's about 2 right there, like that. A little 265. We're gonna take it off a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'm kind of a stickler for perfect. It's just the way I am. But I'm at 253. I think I'm gonna go a little bit less. 245. You've already clicked off the channel, it's fine, but 2.5. There we go. 2.5 ounces. That's all you're gonna need for your smash burger. Do not go any bigger. This is why you're not making correct smash burgers, and this will help you, I promise. Okay, we got our 2.5 ounces. This is where we also go wrong, is tip number 3 is you're putting these together and you're making them too tight. You're making your balls too tight. You want a nice, when you're handling your meat, you don't want a tight formation. You want it to be loose like that. So as you can see, I'm just kind of rolling it, making it into a ball that I can still smash down. It's not really tight. You don't want it like a meatball. You don't want that. You want a loose, easy to smash, because you want holes in your smash burger. I know it sounds crazy, and you won't see it because of the cheese, but you want holes. And so you want to put it together like that. And that's how big it should be if you did the 2.5 ounces. Again, I can go 3, maybe 2.5, but just don't wrap it tight. Don't grip your meat super hard. You want to make sure it's a nice loose formation here when you're putting your meat together for your smash burgers. When you're smashing your burger, you need a press. Now I have a Blackstone press right here. You can use any press you like. It doesn't have to be one that says Blackstone on it, but you need a press to press it down. And you also want to use parchment paper because the meat will not stick to that. It helps with the heat. And then just make sure you kind of rotate your smashing so you get it done nice and evenly across the meat, because you don't want to leave any side not smashed. And when you have a bigger press like this, that's not an issue. But when you have a smaller press, or you're trying to use like a spatula, it'll spit out fat on each side, and then you're trying to do that side and that side. Highly recommend a press. As you see, I'm pressing here. Easy. Got the parchment paper. I press down, get it nice and flat, and then I pull the parchment paper off, and you're gonna get a perfect smash burger. Your smash burgers are gonna cook quick on that 500 degrees. So if you're going to cook onions or mushrooms or bacon, or you're gonna even toast your bun like I do here, you're going to wanna do that before you cook the meat. I know it's like in reverse. You're like, wait a second, I wanna toast my bun after. Toast it before, because you're gonna burn your meat. I'm telling you, it's gonna be too hot. So cook everything first, toast your bun, then cook your meat, and that is your bonus tip. And I will give you guys more tips in the next couple of weeks, but I will catch you in the next cook.